We
20 days.
are live. Welcome back to the NFL Draft Podcast, a standard Thursday edition.
We did it.
Daniel is back. We
Might be a
did it.
mini lightning. Mini lightning.
Mini lightning. I don't know if I'll have to do mini lightning. Like we probably won't be able. We won't be able to do 2 hour podcast, but yeah, hour and a half ish is fair. I think we can usually do hour and a half. We can pull that off. We can pull that off.
Oh shit!
So I
Something I
guess we
ordered
we
to get shipped from
constraints a little
like
bit.
Uganda.
What's that?
Something I just ordered is being shipped from Uganda.
Oh gosh, man, Uganda.
What the hell?
What are we doing here? Daniel, by the way, Daniel's back. How you doing, Daniel?
Good boys.
We got a lot of
NFL,
we got like 4 comments on the Tuesday pod saying, "Where's Daniel? We miss him."
NFL,
Wait,
great
really?
week, boys.
No, we didn't actually. I wish that'd be sick actually, but no, we
I was
didn't.
gonna say, there's no way. Do
Oh
we ever get comments actually on these streams?
yeah, we've gotten comments. We've gotten
We've got
comments.
comments.
There you
We've had
go.
a few that had like 3 or 4 comments.
There you go.
So, but no, there's no comments on the last one asking where Daniel was, which is lame, honestly.
That's
If you
how
are
we are.
listening to this at home, care more about Daniel, guys. He's the heart of this. He's the heart of this little
I know.
podcast of ours.
Whoa! Why'd my camera go off? Weird.
I don't know. It's been off for a while though. I figured you had it off on purpose. You start talking about Uganda, then your camera turned off. So I figured it was
The
an
Ugandan
intentional
agents
thing.
got me.
I was gonna say,
They're
right?
recruiting me for their cinema from our great podcast production.
There you go. There you go. They're
Why are you
recruiting you into
running?
the propaganda arm of their
Why are you running?
Why
That's
are you
Ugandan
running?
film.
Is it really? That's
Yeah, who
hilarious. I
who
love
killed
that.
Captain Alex? That's their
That's
magnum opus.
so
Look it up. Look it
funny.
up. Look up who
Oh
killed
god.
Captain Alex.
Oh goodness. Who
That's
killed
the
Captain
magnum
Alex?
opus.
Killed. Oh, I can type. Who killed Captain Alex?
There's the Who Killed
There's
Captain Alex
there's
too.
multiple Ugandan action comedy.
That's all the memes you've seen from like Ugandan films of like the bad special effects, the kid crying with the knife.
That's so
That's
funny.
who killed Captain
Is
Alex.
that also who killed? Oh man,
Why are you running? Is who
I
killed
have
Captain
to watch
Alex?
that. Have to watch that now. That's hilarious. That's so good. I love that. Well,
Ugandan film
try
is
who killed.
undefeated. I remember my freshman year, someone did like a Ugandan film festival where they watched a bunch of Ugandan films. Back in me and
Sweet
Daniel's old stomping grounds of McMahon Hall.
McMahon. What
McMahon
happened to McMahon?
Hall.
Oh, I was just saying, I remember someone put on a Ugandan film watch party at McMahon Hall in our old
Oh,
stomping
what?
grounds.
Really? That was a thing?
It was like a one-time thing.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But yeah, no, me and Daniel were on the same floor freshman year.
That's
Really known
right. I
fact.
did know that. I did know that actually.
Floor 8.
So
And I missed that view so much, man. That view was
that was a nice view. I
in
never was in it, but I know McMahon Hall had a great view.
it. Like, I don't think there's a better view in all of Seattle, to be quite honest. It was, you could see Husky
I'm sure
Stadium.
there's a penthouse with the
But there
lakefront
is,
somewhere.
Robert. Have you ever been to the rooftop of the Mountaineering Club bar in New York?
Oh, that's true.
No, I don't like. I don't
That
like
one has a
Mountaineering
really
Club.
good view.
That's a nice view. That's a nice
I don't
view.
know. I just like seeing Husky Stadium, Lake Washington, the bridge, and the Cascades. It was
You can see
perfect.
all that from the rooftop of
I know, but you
the
had it. You were
Mountaineering Club.
closer. You were closer.
That is true.
Actually, Robbie, I got an even better view for you. Have you ever been to the top of the Madison Tower in downtown?
That's too high for me.
You can see Bellevue skyline, you can see everything. You feel like an absolute king. And there's couches, and there's
Dude,
like a
that's
little
way too fucking high for me. I
there's like a
did
grill on that rooftop too.
when I went to DC, not this last summer, but the summer before. I faced my fears and I did go up the Washington Memorial. I stayed there for like 5 minutes. I was like, okay, I'm ready to
Really?
go back down.
Do you have a fear of heights?
Yeah. I
Oh, I
would
didn't
say
know that.
fear. It just doesn't feel right being up that high, you know? Doesn't feel like that's something man should be doing.
You
Same
know
as in
what?
flying.
Hey, you know what they call that? A fear of heights.
I guess I'm afraid of heights. I can deal with flying.
Hey, don't be ashamed of it. Hey, most
I'm
people
not
don't like
ashamed of it.
heights.
Like
No.
I considered going that I like could have gone up the Empire State Building and I decided not to when I was in New York. So maybe, yeah, I guess I'm not ashamed of it. I definitely do have a fear of heights. I thought I've gotten better at it. Like I've gotten way better at flying. Like to the fact, like
I
me in high school,
yeah.
I would not be able to come visit you in Arizona.
Oh yeah, I love flying actually. I well okay, let me backtrack on that. I like flying, but I hate the process.
Oh, it's the worst in the
Not a
world.
from a fear
It's
standpoint,
the
just from
worst in
an
the world.
aggravated standpoint
Yes,
because airport security lines, a
worst.
TSA, just everything about airports aggravates
The
me.
only good thing about airports is the booze.
The air in airports
You
aggravates
can
me. It's
drink a
like I
beer at 10
step
a.m. at
in
an
and I
airport.
just feel pissed off.
Oh yeah,
Airports just do something to me. I
airports are the
hate
worst.
airports. Same
Um,
with airplanes, but I don't the process itself is actually of flying I'm fine with. Like if I were to ever get like my own pilot's license, I'd be down for that and just fly
yeah.
myself around. I'd be okay with that, I think.
I went another old McMahon person, remember Ben Daniel from my cluster?
I do. Yeah,
He's a pilot now.
he
And
is.
Oh, there you go.
2 years ago or like 1 year ago, I forget. He was, still training and I went up in his little Cessna that he was, using with me and Parker. He took us on a little he lives down in like Vancouver, Washington area. And took us all the way over to Mount St. Helens. We did a loop around. It was a beautiful August evening. It was a blast.
Oh, that's
I
pretty
like
sick, actually.
like if I was afraid of flying, I wouldn't be able to get in a little Cessna. Like I've gotten a
That's
whole
fair.
bunch of strategies that make me a good flyer. I got a
That's
whole
fair.
bunch of strategies.
That's
And
fair.
I even held the yoke uh when I was in that little Cessna. He let me fly it for a bit.
There you go. Yeah, I feel like I always need to clarify when I tell people I hate flying, they're like, "Oh, it's fear of flight heights or fear of flying." It's like, no, it's not a fear. It's just a hatred. It is a distaste. It is
Yeah,
a disgust
I
for
always sit on
people
the
on
aisle.
airplanes.
I always
Oh
sit
yeah,
on the
you have to
aisle.
be. I used when I was a kid, I loved the window seat because well, let me say why I loved the window seat when I was a kid. You get the best view. Yeah, no way around that. You get the best view from the window seat. That's great. When you're a kid, you're not thinking ahead to having to go to the bathroom, and you're not thinking ahead to the awkward conversation you have to have with the middle
Yeah.
person and the aisle seat person. So you're not thinking about that. As I've gotten older, aisle seat's the way to go because don't have to ever have that awkward conversation. You gotta go to the bathroom, you just go. B, most legroom. Again, very important. Another thing you're not usually thinking about when you're a kid. Never in my life have I ever won the middle seat, nor do I know any sane person who has ever
So,
won the middle seat.
I let me tell you something, buddy. For
What's
a
that?
long time until I was about 17 or 18, I always from the middle seat because I always felt the safest in there, especially when I was sitting next to my mom and brother. But I had the aisle
Oh,
seat for the first time for my band trip to Disney. I couldn't get out of sitting there, so I did it. I was like, this is pretty nice because I felt like a lot less claustrophobic and I like the
mhm.
leg room and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't mind looking out the window, but like out and down, ooh, no thanks.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I love looking out and down actually. I still like if I'm get a window seat, I won't be upset by it. I'll just be like kind of like annoyed and just like if I feel like I have to go to the bathroom, I'll just have to will myself to hold it because again, I don't feel like having an awkward conversation. Especially the worst thing is when the person in the middle or the aisle falls asleep and you're
Oh,
like, "All right, I'm stuck here. That's all right. Or we're stuck here. We'll live. We'll
I
live."
do everything in my power to make sure I don't have to use the bathroom on the plane. Sometimes it
That's
happens.
fair.
I don't like getting up and walking around much on planes.
Yeah.
It feels weird. Like
Yeah, that is true.
when the floor squishes a little bit, don't like that. Don't like that. Because I know you're like plenty above like the bottom of the plane, but it still feels weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I do splurge to make sure I get an aisle seat over the middle of the plane. That's the least bumpy part. It's where I'm most comfortable. So I pay the extra $40 to get the aisle seat.
I am a subscriber, not a subscriber. I am a frequent flyer, not even a frequent flyer. I don't even know what I call it. On Southwest Airlines, not sponsored, but maybe should be. Which is the airline I typically use. You don't have to pay for the seat. You just get
Mm,
there early enough, and guess what? You get to pick your seat.
that's nice. You
So
know,
on
for
and then
me,
the lovely thing, and one more thing about that with Southwest Airlines boarding policy and how they do like the open seating, like they don't assign you a seat number, you just show up when you're there and you get it. So many people are like afraid because when you get to pick your seat, people will go to like the aisle seats and the window seats and they'll avoid the middle seats all the way to the back of the plane. So you could have like a really shitty boarding position. Like you could be like C7, but I've been like C7, C8 before, and I've been able to get in the first like three rows just because I was the man enough to suck it up and sit in the middle.
mm, so we had to fly. We not had to. We flew Southwest for marching band. The one trip I got to go to. I was just, I was pretty nervous. I wasn't going to get an aisle seat or the window that I like, you know. But
Uh-huh.
see, it gives me that peace of mind that I don't have to worry about that, and it makes me more comfortable. And for me, it is worth the extra money personally.
Fair
It's
enough.
what works for me. I found out what works for me. I'm gonna keep doing it.
Yeah, just keep rolling with it. If it
Daniel,
works, it
thoughts
works.
on
And
this
again, I
debate?
do not disagree.
Thoughts on an airplane seat
What this
debate?
game?
No, airplane seat debate.
Airplane seats.
We're just talking about air. We're still on the
We're
airplane
talking about
seating.
airplanes, bro. Oh man. I don't know. They suck.
They
Yeah,
do
airplane
suck.
seats
Do you have
are
any preference on which one?
they're overpriced. Honestly, the Delta ones aren't terrible. If you're flying on United, awful. Alaska, hit and miss.
Oh,
I think Alaska's relatively high quality, but Southwest you can't beat the prices and the open seating policy.
I usually fly Alaska just because it's pretty nice out of Seattle.
You know, if I
Um,
was rich, I would just fly first class,
oh, me
no
too.
matter
Me
what.
too.
I think most people would.
Um, we were more so talking about window, aisle, or middle.
Aisle,
Yeah.
100%.
Thank you. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So we're all in agreement then.
All right,
We're all
let's
in
get into
agreement.
the games then.
That's okay. So the sidetrack podcast is on hiatus for probably about 2 or 3 minutes.
Yep.
We're gonna talk about the games. We already talked about San Francisco, Seattle a little bit last Saturday.
Yeah, we
So
beat that to death.
yeah,
Just team loss. Move on.
yeah. Next game, Jacksonville, Chicago. Chicago walks
The
into
home
the
of the Jaguars.
Jaguars home away from home
Their
and
home pitch.
stomps them. The home pitch
Why
and
did we pick the
stomps them.
Jags, guys? Why did you convince me to do this? In my gut, I was gonna pick the Bears, and then
Because
you
they were the
both
home team.
Jacksonville, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I should go with the Jags because I always lose to you guys every week and pick them. But no, they win by 20, dude. Like, come on.
You lost to us this week again. So that wasn't the difference.
But I got one lone wolf pick,
That's
so I'm
true. You
happy
did
about
get
that.
one lone wolf pick. Shout out the Chargers. There you go. That was a good call out. We'll get to that game in a second because I watched that one a little bit. But yeah, no, I mean Chicago, Caleb Williams, great game. I'm not gonna lie. He had some moments in the first half, but in the second half, I mean, their offense at that point was unstoppable. Um, Nope. I thought a sneeze was coming on. That's embarrassing. But no, yeah, Bears offense was clicking. I guess sending Shane Waldron overseas actually did end up working out.
Hey,
Yeah.
thank you for Ray Robertson Harris.
Oh yeah, for Robinson Harris. Jacksonville, yeah, on that note, Jacksonville now in sell mode, it looks like. We'll see how much they blow it up. I think
Poor guy had to fly
the
from
only man
London
in
to
that
Seattle.
organization who should be safe is the
Ted
guy
York.
who's apparently an American Eagle spokesperson, Trevor
Really
Lawrence. I learned that the other day while I was walking around the mall.
interesting.
Did not realize he was
Uh,
an American Eagle guy now, but he is.
I like American Eagle underwear.
Um, so
But
he's safe.
hey,
Everyone else should be on the hot
poor
seat.
guy had
Travis
to.
Etienne sucks now.
Oh
He's
my
been horrible
gosh,
this year.
poor guy had to fly from London to Seattle though. Poor Roy Robertson Harris.
Yeah, right. That's true. Because they're still, yeah, man, that's a tough fight. For Chicago, hey man, they're 4-2. I don't think any of us are believers in the Bears
Patty
yet.
Merchants.
Hey, they're benefiting from an easy schedule, but can't argue with 4-2.
Yeah, I don't know how they got 4-2 when we've been talking about them firing Waldron.
There are
Yeah.
so many 4-2 teams that absolutely flop at the end of the year. I remember
That's
the
true.
Buffalo Bills in 2011 started 4-2 under Chan Gailey. Ryan Fitzpatrick was their
That's a
QB.
good pull right there.
You know what they finished with that year? 6-10.
Yeah.
Hell, the Lions in 2013, 4-2. and then absolutely floundered at the end of the year to go 7-9 and fired Jim Schwartz after the season. 4-2 means absolutely nothing when your team has only beaten 1-win teams. They've beaten Will Levis. They've beaten Trash. I was going to say Trashtonville, but that doesn't really work.
Trashtonville. Yeah, well, I see where you're going with it. I like the thought.
Who else did they beat? Yeah, just one
The
win.
Rams. They beat the Rams, another
Yeah.
1-win team. And who's their fourth win against? Who was their fourth win against?
Panthers.
Panthers. That's right. Yeah, they literally have not beat a team that has more than 1 win. That's hilarious.
Bro, that team couldn't beat Anthony Richardson. Like, I don't care about them, man. Bears are useless.
That's true. They lost. Yeah, they lost to the Anthony Richardson Colts, not even the Joe Flacco Colts.
Hey, I'm so hyped for the Anthony Richardson Reclamation Project.
It's dead, man. It's dead. What was I going with this? Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean Chicago's rolling, but like you said, they haven't really played anybody yet.
Oh, Daniel, speaking of cat teams, though, you missed the debut of Tina on the podcast.
Oh, that's right. Tina made her debut on the Rob's cat made the debut on the pod.
I did some room rearranging though, so I don't know if
the what?
Have Tina cam. I did some room rearranging. The cat tower is now off camera here.
The cat tower's off camera. That's a bummer.
Second TV to here. Put a couch back here.
So a little rearranging. That's all right. That's all right. It's a bummer, but it's all right. We just got to get the another camera that's like right on the cat tower, so you could see her all
I could put
times.
my phone. I could call into the Zoom on the phone.
There you go. That's true. That's accurate.
She made your picks, Daniel.
She made your picks, yeah.
Pictures next to
you like the dogs that make the picks with the basketballs. Rob's cat made
little corgis. Yeah, don't think she
the corgi.
Do that.
Yeah,
like a dog's like, yes, of course I'll do something for you. Cat's like, hell no, I'm not doing shit for you.
You just gotta put like cat food in a bowl and like put a little the logo on each
there you go.
bowl.
Yeah.
Here we go. Yep, the Jacksonville Abbey is down another game, and they may leave London again without if they leave London.
Count Peterson.
You have to fire Count Peterson if they leave London.
Sack.
It's time to go.
If they lose to the Patriots on Sunday, yeah, you gotta fire Peterson.
Patriots are gonna be invading.
I can imagine.
No, that's true. We got the London team versus the Patriots.
Dude, if we have a London team, that would be a fun rivalry.
That'd be a fun uni matchup.
Guys, you know what I just thought about? Arsenal fan TV equivalent of the Jaguars. So, what do you think of the match the other night? What do you think about Doug Peterson as the oh my god, what was I gonna say? What do you think of Doug Peterson sticking around this club? It's time to go.
What English Premier League team does Shad Khan own?
Fulham.
Fulham.
And you know what's funny? Fulham is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
There you go.
Don't the Saudis own Arsenal now?
Nah, Stan Kroenke owns Arsenal.
Yeah, Stan Kroenke owns them.
Saudis own Newcastle.
I hate Stan Kroenke.
Stan Kroenke.
Stan Kroenke is a fucking shit owner, mate.
I was watching him hold up a Lombardi trophy. I don't hate Stan Kroenke, but watching him hold up a Lombardi trophy coincides with one of the worst moments of my football watching life.
I hate owners that relocate.
That's fair. As you should. Especially
although Al Davis did relocate. I'm not talking about Mark. I am talking about Al.
Mark did. Oh, Al Davis relocated. Mark. Yeah. They both relocated.
They both did. Yeah.
Yeah. But Al Davis at least moved him back.
Yep. Al Davis relocated twice.
I like it. Al Davis relocated twice, but he relocated back, which I think that takes balls. So I respect it.
It's what the Chargers should probably do.
Yeah. They need Bell's Stadium in San Diego first, though.
They don't want to play at Snapdragon Stadium?
I don't think they do. What's next here? What's the next game?
I think when the Aztecs played at Qualcomm, that was rough.
I think we're good with Jacksonville, Chicago. We'll move on to it. Wait, okay, real quick. Actually, should we talk now? Let's just talk about it now. If Jacksonville loses to New England, they're Doug Peterson is not coming back from
No,
Great
he's
Britain.
gonna be
I'm
staying
sorry.
in London.
He's gonna be staying in London, mate. All right. Now Arizona, Green Bay. Really don't have a lot to say with this game. It was a shit show for Arizona. They got destroyed by the Packers.
And still, there's
Um,
memes coming about Jordan Love not being able to play versus the blitz.
Jordan
yeah, no.
Love is literally Brett Favre, guys. He is the
Let's
same quarterback.
gotta do the
Exact
weekly
same.
PFF check while we're here. Keep talking. I'll pull it up.
I think Stone Forth says the lowest rated
Jordan
back.
Love. It's kind of funny because Brett Favre's coach was Mike Holmgren at the time, and he was considered pretty good, right? Jordan Love is basically Brett Favre. He's got a good coach in Matt LaFleur. Aaron Rodgers, out of the three, I think is by far the best quarterback that Green Bay's ever had. And the poor dude had the worst coach in Mike McCarthy for most of the time there.
Speaking of Mike Holmgren, he's on the Hall of Fame ballot.
Dude, no,
There
he was
you
good,
go.
man.
He should make it. He should make it.
He was good in Green Bay. Had some good Seattle teams as
He
well.
was good in Seattle. He was
Yeah.
probably
You
he was
know,
probably
you
the
know what
first good
pisses
coach
me
Seattle
off?
had.
Here you go. I got some. This is off topic, but it pisses me right off. Derek Carr's injury pisses me off, and we don't know why.
He's the
Because he
number
was
one rated.
playing like cheeks for a couple weeks there, and his passing grade was going down. However, because he's now hurt for a few weeks, unless Joe Burrow just goes Super Saiyan for a couple weeks, he will be stuck at second,
That is
second on the
such
passing
bullshit.
grades. He should be first. He should be first.
Saints
Anyways,
are such frauds, man.
no, the
They're
Saints are
such
terrible.
frauds.
So Joe Burrow is ranked number 3 QB by PFF based on offensive grade and number 2 based on passing grade. So suck on that. Checking on our QBs, Geno Smith is 9, and Jared Goff is still 26. He's still down there, man.
Jeez, I mean, he's definitely. They had some early season
Hey, wait,
struggles.
wait, wait, but you'll like this, Daniel. He has a 90.7 receiving grade.
Travis
Yeah.
Etienne. You know, they had some early season struggles on offense, but they've really turned it around.
You know, we did it, but we're the Lions and we're just the greatest franchise that's ever existed. So that was always not going to last the entire season. I know you
Right,
guys
right,
were
right.
hoping for that to last the entire season.
Well, I'm just saying that's why his rankings are so bad, probably.
Yeah.
I'm trying to explain the rankings.
Nah, y'all are liars. Y'all knew Jared Goff was gonna rise. He's gonna rise. He's going to the top.
Spencer Rattler, poor man. He's right in between Tyler Huntley and Anthony Richardson at the moment.
Oof.
Jeez, that 2023 QB class. There's 37 eligible quarterbacks. 37 is Bryce Young, 36 is Will Levis, 35 Anthony Richardson. Woo!
Kenny Pickett's
Hey,
not even
CJ
playing.
Stroud, number 6. One of them worked out.
Ugh. Poor Will Levis killing a ball boy.
Yeah, man. All about the I don't even know what was that supposed to be. It's like Spider-Man or I don't know. It was funny though. It was funny.
And speaking of Will Levis, let's get into it. Indy took on the
Um
Colts.
oh yeah, Indy the last game of the Joe Flacco era for now because apparently they're starting AR again this Sunday for some reason. Um yeah, no, Titans again just cannot get out of their own freaking way. It's sad for them. Like I almost feel bad for their fans. I don't because their fans are annoying, but like I almost feel bad for their fans. Um, Meanwhile for the Colts, hey, another good win. Not another good win, I should say. Win good is subjective, but hey, what's the Colts record now? What are they 4-2 or 3-3? 3-3. Okay, got back to 500. Respectable. We like that. Got a little. They gave Jacksonville their first win. Got back on the right track, and we all thought that was going to happen because they're cursed in Jacksonville. So, yeah, no, good win for the Colts to get back on it. Road playoff or road divisional wins are never easy to get, even against Tennessee. Yeah, Tennessee, man, I don't know. I think they have to blow up that roster. Shake Jeffrey Simmons to the Bengals. What? Who said that?
That'd be pretty damn good.
I would be a big fan of that. I would be a big fan of that. But you already know I would be. Hey, Hey, Brian. Oh, hey, Zach. What's going on? Hey, I see you're 1-7 going into the trade deadline, and well, you ever think about wanting to hit the little reset button there?
How much do you think it would take to get Jeffrey Simmons? Probably would it take 2 1s?
It wouldn't take 2 1s. It'd probably take 1-1.
It'd probably take a 1 and a 2.
I bet a 1 a conditional 2-3.
Yeah, yeah, I think so.
So, and I'd do it. And I'd do it.
I'd do it.
Um,
Probably not actually for how much dudes we already got in the D line.
I'd do it because that's the Bengals' weakest position group by a pretty wide margin. Although they actually didn't play terrible against the Giants, but we'll get
No,
to
they
that
didn't.
game later. We'll get to that game later though. Let's see. Anything else from
Texans.
Colts? Only other takeaway is why the hell are the Colts going back to Anthony Richardson when Joe Flacco's actually playing pretty well?
When you have an elite quarterback already.
When you got an elite quarterback, a very elite quarterback. Um,
Love how that's still a meme. I love it. So great.
we're going on 10 years strong with it. Texans
Yeah, about 10
Patriots.
years. Yeah, jeez.
I really
Yeah.
thought the Patriots were gonna cover, bro. I really
Yeah,
thought
man.
that. They
Hey,
could've.
you know what? And you know the funny thing is Drake May actually didn't play that bad in this game either. If you had told me, like, hold on, if you told me, let's check Drake May's stat line. I think he had a pick or two, which obviously hurts. But let me look. I was looking at his box score and it didn't look that bad. Yeah, 20 for 33, 243 yards, 3 picks, 3 touchdowns. 2 picks isn't great, obviously. 4 sacks is rough. Honestly, if you'd shown me this stat line before the game, I wouldn't think they'd win. I would be like, yeah, they probably lost. But I would also say they probably covered. But no, their defense just melted down. Their defense didn't want to show up. Especially against the run. They could not stop the run at all, especially Joe Mixon dominated in this game. They actually continued to do a pretty good job against the pass, but they sucked against the run. Joe Mixon did not look like he was coming back for the first time since week 1. I'll just say that. Um, yeah, weird game for New England. Drake May, though, hey, this is going to sound funny, but scoring 21 points is a pretty good sign for the future of the Patriots. They need to fix that O-line, though. They're going to get Drake May killed. Hopefully, Drake May doesn't have a Joe Burrow rookie season injury. So that O-line is bad.
Oh, yeah. It's no bueno. I don't know which one's
Houston,
worse, the
meanwhile.
Seahawks or the-
Right, it's probably close. It's probably close.
It's tight, man.
Houston is 5-1, but I'll say it. They feel like a little iffy 5-1.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, granted, the rest of their schedule toughens up towards the middle stretch, then loosens up again for a few weeks, and then they finish with Chiefs, Ravens, and okay, Titans is a gimme, but those last two could some tough games down the stretch, and they of course got the Lions there in the middle. Now, granted, I'd say the Lions, Ravens, and Chiefs are probably the only games right now I wouldn't pick them in. You know what? I might pick them again. Who knows with Packers? Well, I don't want to spoil that right now. Point being, though, I don't know. Texans might be benefiting from an easy schedule, I think is what I'm trying to say. I don't know if they're the most confident 5-1 team. Which I think, Daniel, I think you pointed that out in the chat a few weeks ago that they felt a little fraudulent.
Mm-hmm.
Fraudulent in the sense that I don't think they're like a Super Bowl contender, but they're still good. They're probably still going to win their
Right.
division.
Oh, well, yeah, because they play the dog shit division.
That's true. But yeah, they just like the way they play right now is just kind of eh.
Yeah.
I think the Vikings, especially, I think really exposed them in their one loss.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of see like how a Welsh coast team can exploit that team a little bit.
Brian Flores is a mad man. He's a mad man.
Right. Ben Johnson versus Brian Flores this Sunday.
That's
Oh,
gonna be so fun.
Let's see what's next here. Tampa, New Orleans. Oh, this game was so crazy,
That
man.
game
This
was
game was
crazy,
pure
man.
chaos. 17-0 Tampa, 21-17 New Orleans. Or no, it was 27-17 New Orleans, I think.
Yeah.
No, I think no. It was 21-17, then Tampa scored, then New Orleans scored, and then Tampa scored the remaining like 27 points to get to 51. So, point being, a game of just insane runs. Baker, great game, but he had a bunch of turnovers thrown in there too, which it sounds like an oxymoron.
Watching the
Great guy to
highlights
mix it
though, a
with.
couple of his picks were pretty unlucky.
Fair,
They were
but I
tip
mean,
balls. Dude, one of them literally went off like some dude's shoe and bounced
mhm.
up and a Saints defender caught it. Like, come on, man. That's
No,
pretty
very
unlucky.
fair. Yeah, Chris Godwin had a great game. Look at the win probability chart.
Oh gosh.
This is like a perfect upside down bell curve right here.
That is
Um, let's see. Yeah, Chris Godwin
I'm
had
so
an
happy for
awesome game.
Baker.
Sean Tucker had an awesome game too.
Bucks running game's getting going this year.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. No, but Tampa's a good team, man. Tampa's a good
they
team.
are. I'm just
They
happy for
have
Baker.
those brain fart games every now and again. I still don't really believe in that defense, but
How was Ray
uh,
J after the hurricane? Is it okay?
I think so. I
I
think he's
didn't
fine.
hear
They're
anything.
playing a home game this Monday night,
Okay,
and
yeah.
I haven't heard
I
anything
know
about a delay or
Tropicana
anything.
got
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tropicana got
I heard
messed
about
up. Yeah,
Tropicana. That was pretty bad.
yeah. Um, as for New Orleans, like well, obviously we watched them again tonight, and yeah, they're cooked. 2-0. I know I talked a couple weeks ago, or not a couple weeks ago, last week actually, about the Seahawks going from 3-0 to 3-3 and potentially even deeper hole soon. That's probably. I mean, is that as bad as 2-0 to 2-5? Oh,
no,
no.
no, it's not.
No, I'm saying it's not. I'm saying it's like, man, you went from, 2-0. Granted, Tampa was
Lighten
also 2-0, so it's hard
lighten
to
the
say driver's seat.
offense on fire.
Right. Yeah,
I
New
think they
Orleans
might.
literally went from the best offense in the league to one of the worst, like
I think they
in
might
other
just fire Allen towards the end of the year and give Clint a chance to be
They
that
should,
dude.
honestly. Not even,
Honestly,
don't even wait that long. They're 2-5, man. Don't even wait that long. Fire them tomorrow. It's ridiculous. Cleveland, Philly. Um,
what is there to say about this game? Like, I think
Only
everything that
beating them
happened in
by
this game we
4.
expected. The Browns sucked. Nick Sirianni was a dick, and that was that. And Philly
so
barely.
He's got to stop
a tale of
embarrassing
two
himself.
train wrecks.
He's got to
Yep.
stop embarrassing himself.
Yeah. Sean Watson sucks. He actually didn't play that bad in the second half of this game, but he was so bad in the first half
He should be arrested.
that didn't matter. He should be arrested. The Eagles, meanwhile, had plenty of chances to put this game away and win comfortably, and they couldn't take advantage because they also suck.
I'm just
Um,
sad Stephen A has never addressed the Melissa situation.
um, Nick
They would have gotten
Sirianni.
so much views if they talked about it.
Nick Sirianni heckling the Eagles fans after the game that were heckling him.
Stop embarrassing
Dude,
yourself.
he's just
Fucking idiot.
man. What he is the dumbest guy. I think the thing with Nick Sirianni that stands out to me is he's just got the thinnest skin. Where I feel like every time, like a Philadelphia like radio host or
Worst job
like
to take if you got thin
podcast
skin.
tape, like if anyone in Philadelphia media or not even media, just anyone in Philadelphia criticizes him at all, he just like he lets it get to him. And you cannot be the head coach of an NFL team if you're going to
Especially
let the
in
media get to you,
Philadelphia.
especially in Philadelphia. Exactly.
Honestly, like what's Nick Sirianni good at? Like he
He's good
lucked
at being Jerry
into
Jones.
an
If
insane
Jerry Jones is
O
a coach, it would be
line
Nick
with
Sirianni.
a good staff and got to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. No, I
What's he
mean,
good at?
I don't know, man. I mean, it's hard to say because it's like his first year in Philly was pretty uninspiring. His second year, they go to the Super Bowl, but both of his coordinators leave for head coaching jobs, and both of them seem to be doing solid in their head coaching jobs. Obviously, Gannon not having a ton of success in Arizona, but that's not on him. The roster's not there yet. Um, yeah, man, I don't know. It's just like I've never thought Nick Sirianni was a great coach, to be quite honest with you. I but now that he's like full on like getting in like arguing matches with fans, I think it's over. I think it's over. What's Philly's? Philly 4-2? No, 3-2. Okay, they've already had their bye. They've got a pretty easy schedule actually.
You like that meme I
Uh,
sent? It was like Saquon was like, I don't expect to be booed when he goes back to MetLife. And someone's like
Right.
Luigi
Good
when
luck
he
with
opens
that.
a door in his mansion.
Honestly, and we talk a lot of shit about the Eagles here, and rightfully so because they're playing like shit. But the only games on this schedule that are like gonna be tough probably are the three remaining AFC North games they have.
Yeah.
And the command. Oh, sorry, and the Commanders. I'm so used to calling the Commanders a hard game. The Commanders, two Commanders games too. But you still get the Giants twice. You still get the Panthers. You still get the Rams. You still get the Cowboys twice. You still get the Jaguars. So Eagles will probably, as much as I'd like to say the Commanders should win the NFC East. Looking at the Eagles' schedule, they probably end up. I think they probably end up winning it. Not by their own merit, though. Probably just actually. Let's look at the commies schedule too. Let's compare because their commies are 4-2, Eagles are 3-2. Commies still have Panthers, Bears, Giants, Steelers, Eagles, Cowboys, Titan. Oh, you know what? The commies schedule is pretty easy too. They do have the Falcons, which kind of
Imagine
sucks.
your head coach just being a child.
Yeah, right. You know what? I think it's. I mean, it's very basic to say, but Tommy's Eagles is just going to come down to whoever can, win those two games. And if they split, I think I'd probably lean Eagles just because they have an easier remaining schedule. Um, but Cowboys are dead, which we'll talk about. I know Daniel's very excited to talk about that. Let's see. As for the Browns, they're also dead, but it doesn't matter because they didn't beat the Bengals on Sunday anyways, because they always do. It's in Cleveland. We're cursed. Anyways, Commies Ravens. Speaking of commies, because we've talked about them a lot. You know what? They gave the Ravens everything they could, honestly. The Ravens are playing really good football right now. I think by EPA, they've got the best offense in football right now. Really good rushing attack, obviously. Not Ravens. Commanders didn't have Brian Robinson in this one, so final result I think isn't too shocking. Ravens winning by a touchdown in Baltimore. I think it's about what you'd expect from this sort of game, honestly. This game doesn't damper my expectations for Washington at all, and the Ravens are playing really good football right now. They do not, however, have the best quarterback in the AFC North. So shut up. I know neither of you were saying that, but everyone else is, so don't worry about it. Yeah, no, that's my thoughts on this one. I watched a little bit of it, but honestly, it kind of went how you'd expect it to go. So, um, let's see here. Any thoughts on Colonies Ravens? Did either of you catch anything from this one?
No, man, just entertaining game.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Alrighty. Chargers Broncos. Chargers Broncos. The Chargers almost started. Oh, wait. Before we start anything, we have to talk about the legendary Jim Harbaugh leaving the game
Oh yeah.
with an illness and coming back with different pants.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely moved himself.
Oh, the
We're
classic
like, oh
Paul
my gosh, Jim
Pierce.
Harbaugh might have had a heart attack. It's like,
And
wait,
total
nope, he
Lamar.
pooped himself.
The Paul Pierce. The Lamar, yeah, the Lamar, the classic.
Well, Lamar didn't have to change his pants.
Lamar didn't change plans. That's true. Neither did Paul Pierce, to be fair.
I don't know
Um,
that lore, sadly.
It's basically the same as the Lamar. The only difference is the Paul Pierce one. He was cramping so bad they wheeled him out of there on a wheelchair. Actually, we can find the picture. Let me find this picture. Paul Pierce. Paul. You're gonna see it and you're gonna be like, oh man, did he like tear his ACL or something? Uh
Sometimes I wish commentators could just say, "Yeah, this guy had to go take a shit."
What happened to him?
He left the NBA finals with what was called cramps, but he was being super dramatic about it, and he came back in like a few minutes later and was playing, and he played great. He just everyone knows he just had to take a dump. That was
Really?
it. He just had to
The
take a
truth on
dump.
Paul's wheelchair game. That's
So
so
yeah, and
funny.
and to this day he swears that it was cramps, but everybody knows he just had to take a dump. Like even Kevin Garnett was saying, yeah, no, he was just taking a shit. Which is so funny when
He
your
looks like
teammates get
the
out yelled
drama
like
queen
that.
out there. What year is
Great.
that?
So, 2008, I want to say it was the year they won the finals, which I think was 08.
That sounds about right to me.
Yeah. But so yeah, Jim Harbaugh pulled a Paul Pierce slash Lamar Jackson. Um didn't matter. Chargers still won in Denver, took it to them. Didn't play
Huh?
that great, at least offensively. A lot of this was down to Broncos offense just being horrible. And by Broncos offense, I mean Bo Nix being horrible in the first half of this one. They almost chargered it though. They did almost charger it. Didn't. Chargers were able to hang on there at the end. But this was 23-0 for most of the second half, and it finished 23-16. And the whole time that comeback was starting, I was like, oh, it's happening. It's
I
happening.
just
And
got a
that
Tina
didn't happen.
delivery.
Oh, there you go.
Daniel, take a look.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Show your face to the
Right there.
camera.
Face camera. There you go. Oh,
Oh, it's Tina.
I heard a meow. I heard a meow in there.
Oh yeah, she's purring.
There you go.
Man, I gotta get a
Oh.
pet.
She is adorable. She's so much fun.
I need a pet raccoon.
Ugh.
I
mean, I know
so
people
Raccoons are
do
so
that.
cool. They're so cool.
That is the most random
You're not gonna have to
animal you
deal
could
with
have
throwing away
said.
garbage ever again.
They're cute animals that eat trash. What is not great about that?
You know, cute is subjective.
It's just like Burger King, man. Who else is gonna eat Arby's, bro?
What's this gonna eat Arby's? Humans?
No.
Ugh, poor humans.
Yeah, no, right for humans. Hey,
The
but hey, that's
raccoons,
what
they can eat anything, man. They will eat Arby's.
let's see. I'm just looking through some of these PFS stats, see if they stands out. No, not really. Wait, tight ends. Where's Eric All? Where's Eric All? Where's the Eric All update? 24. Gross. This is despicable. You know what? You know what? I think PFF might be on drugs this week because Eric All should be number one.
He had a good
Disgusting.
game.
Disgusting. But anyways, where was I? Oh yeah, LA, Denver. I don't know. Not much else to say. Denver's kind of there. LA also just kind of there. They almost blew it. And Jim Harbaugh blew out his shorts. That's it. Next up, Pittsburgh, Viva Las Vegas. As Daniel pointed out in the group chat, the Steelers finally learned how to win a blowout football game.
They did.
Meanwhile, Las Vegas sucks. They
So
finally
bad.
lost to an AFC North team. They are terrible. I can't believe we were high on this team ever. Granted, this was Aiden O'Connell. This wasn't Gardner Minshew, so that's
They
part of
lost
it.
their streak against the Broncos. They
Yeah.
lost to an AFC North team. Antonio Pierce gonna be one and done, man.
He will be. They traded Devontae Adams, and they're probably going to trade Max Crosby here pretty soon. You hear what he said? You hear his they interviewed him today, and he was
What'd he
like,
say?
he was like, he didn't say I want to trade, but he was like, I don't know, man. When I signed a contract, I didn't sign up for a rebuild. I signed up to win. And that's what
Ooh.
I'm here to do. That's basically
That's
all he
your own
said.
damn fault.
Right.
You're the one who wanted Antonio Pierce.
That's true.
You
He
literally
did.
signed up for this.
He not only did he sign up for it, he rubber stamped it.
Yeah. He delivered it.
Yeah. So the Raiders are a mess. Raiders are a horrible football team right now. Probably cruising toward. I've mentioned my brother's a Raiders fan. He's all in on the Shadur Sanders train.
Oh, that would be fun.
And it would be a perfect or not so perfect culture fit, depending on how you look at it.
Vegas. Oh, it'll be so fun.
Perfect or disastrous, just
It'll
depends
be the
on which way you
greatest
choose.
drama the NFL could conjure up.
Oh, absolutely.
Would you take?
I think Shadur Sanders belongs as the quarterback of a blue blood franchise, though.
He does. But you don't want we bring the boom. Quinn Ewers.
He is not a Quinn Ewers guy, no. I texted him about it too. He is not a Quinn Ewers fan at all.
Quinn Ewers, you are a Carolina Panther.
Yeah, that sounds pretty reasonable.
Oh, dude, he's a Schneider archetype. They probably love him. They love Quinn Ewers, I bet.
Nah, Schneider will just draft more receivers.
No, I'm talking about Panthers since they have Schneider GM.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah, no. The Seahawks are gonna draft O-line and then another O-lineman and probably a couple more after
and maybe
that.
a couple more. Yeah.
I thought Josh Schneider hated it. He never drafts guards. Are you kidding me? He's just gonna draft more receivers.
Not in this draft. This is actually a pretty solid O-line draft.
Really aged poorly.
So, meanwhile for Pittsburgh, like I said, you went on the road and against a bad team and finally won a blowout like you're usually supposed to. On the downside, apparently they're starting Russell Wilson this week for some reason. I do not know why.
Me neither.
But hey, I'm not mad about it. But it is confusing.
Oh
my! Not to say Justin Fields has been playing amazing or anything, but I mean you're 4-2. Why are you moving and just want to blow out? He's been
so
fine.
I just got a push notification from ESPN. I don't subscribe to any basketball news.
Yeah.
Here's the notification I got. Bronny assessed flagrant. Suns Jalen Bridges takes hard fall against. I have dyslexia right now. After Bronny James runs into him in transition. I do not care.
Oh, yeah. Everything Bronny does is under the microscope. No 55th overall pick has ever gotten this much attention. It's annoying. It's annoying. And I get why.
Non-basketball fans.
Yeah.
I see why you guys hate LeBron.
Yeah. That's too much.
I like LeBron.
It's too much. I don't think Daniel hates LeBron. I think only I hate LeBron.
I used to be a LeBron hater when I was in middle school, but I've warmed up to him. To be honest, man, I don't blame him trying to get his son to be on his team. If any of us were in that position, we would try to get his son on our team.
Yeah.
When he was in Miami, I hated him. When he went back to Cleveland, I respected him. And then when he went to the Lakers, I hated him just because he was on the Lakers.
I read
also the anti-LeBron memes became really funny with the Mickey Mouse rings and the Lazadong and all that. Lamau.
That's just clever.
So he became really easy to hate right around 2020, 2021. But then it flipped back around to the memes became liking him with like the sunshine meme and everything. So I think LeBron is a perfect encapsulation of just the cyclical nature of sports memes.
It'll be weird when he retires.
It will be. It will be. This time in a year?
Is he really going to retire in a year?
I think so, yeah. I think so.
He lost one season with Bronny.
He wants one season with Bronny, and then he's going to hang it up.
What's he going to do after? Just be a star? He's going to be commentating?
Probably be in movies, honestly.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Good for him.
Do whatever he wants.
I've always liked LeBron, and it's kind of funny because I'm such a Tom Brady hater.
Right. You see, I'm the other way around. I respect Tom Brady's greatness. The thing is, though, with Brady, and I think the reason I respect Brady more than LeBron, is because A, Tom Brady never played for one of my team's rivals, so that makes it a little bit more palatable. B, Brady kind of just kept it, and this is going to sound bad, so let me preface it. Brady kept it on the field, and I don't mean that in a political sense. Like, I don't care if athletes say political things. I don't care about that. If LeBron wants to talk political, by all means, go ahead. You have the platform. I just mean, like, Brady wasn't starring in Space Jam 2 when he was still
Brady
playing.
starred in 80 for Brady when he was still in the league.
Okay, but a documentary about his life is different from a Space Jam.
No, 80 for Brady's not a documentary about his life.
Oh, do you not get
wait, never mind. I was thinking, never mind. That's a different thing. You're right. Okay, he was not the star of that, though. He was featured in a cameo at the end.
But do you not understand, my friend, that any of us could have made that swing pass to James White in the Super Bowl against
Tom Brady was in Ted.
Again, a cameo. A cameo is different from being the star of the movie. Like, I don't have an issue with LeBron making a cameo in that one Amy Poehler movie back in like 2014 or what, Trainwreck. I don't have an issue with him being in Trainwreck. I do, but when he's in Space Jam 2, it's like, okay, where are your priorities at?
Was
It's like
was Michael
Travis
Jordan in
Kelce. It's like Travis Kelce
was
starring
Michael
in
did
that
Michael
one
Jordan do
horror
Space
show
Jam
on
when he
Hulu.
was in
I
here?
actually don't know. That's actually a good question. I'm not sure. Because if he did, then I lose a little bit of respect for Jordan. I always assumed he did after, but I could be wrong. Space Jam 1996. Oh yeah, never mind. Wait, did it come out into? No, they filmed it when he was retired though.
Uh,
So he was retired when they filmed it, but it came out when he was back.
okay. You think LeBron's gonna do that?
Nah, I don't think Jordan was only like 35 or something when he came back. LeBron's already in his early 40s.
Have you ever seen those Jordan jaundice eyes? Oof.
Oh yeah, no man, it's bad. It's bad. That guy's livers are in it's in rough shape. Say that.
I have heard the
Thanks.
story that on his like custom golf course,
Yeah.
he designed it so that it suits his game, so it's really hard for like pro golfers who play against him.
Oh yeah. There you go. 19. Oh yeah, Jordan retired. The first time Jordan retired, he was only 30. That's pretty
Wow.
crazy. And then he came back when he was 32, played for another 4 years, retired again. So he retired again when he was only 35.
35.
35. Yeah, 35. He retired again when he was only 35, and then he came back and played for the Wizards for a few years, but no one talks about that one. That's crazy, dude. He retired very, very early.
Well, you know the conspiracy theory, right?
What's that?
He was suspended for a year for gambling,
Um,
and that was his first retirement.
I've heard that. I've heard that actually. Well, that's funny. You know how good Jordan is? His number 23 was retired by the Miami Heat, who he never played for.
Really?
A team he never played for retired his number. And it's not like a Jackie Robinson thing, because obviously there's a reason for that. It just sort of happened. Team he never played for retired his jersey. Um, yeah. So that's my stance on that.
You're
All
voting.
right. Oh yeah,
Detroit,
Russell
Dallas.
Wilson.
The
Russell
floor is
Wilson's
yours.
starting. All right, Daniel. But now I know you've been waiting for this, Daniel. So take it away. Cowboys, Lions. I know you're excited to talk, so go ahead.
Well, before I really get into the meat of this discussion, I want to give my condolences to Aiden Hutchinson, who suffered a pretty tragic injury during this game. Uh,
Yeah.
and it kind of took the sting out of the rest of the game for me, to be honest. It was probably the most numb I've ever felt after a blowout win. I just felt like, I don't know, I felt a little bit more irritable too, like whenever the refs would make calls and just like little things like that. Because it really sucks to see like any player go down, but the fact that it happened to, somebody like Hutch, who has been a stalwart for this Lions defense over the
He was
last
having
couple
a
of years.
deep player of the year season.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, so it sucks to see him out. I wish him a speedy recovery, and I know he's gonna work hard to get back out there. And in the meantime, I just hope he rests up and spends time with his family. I also want to give condolences to Cowboys fans. The difference between Dallas and Green Bay for me is I feel bad for Cowboys fans. I don't feel any sympathy for Green Bay fans. Jerry Jones is milking those guys dry. Those fans deserve a lot better. Maybe we don't have to root for them to have a good team or anything, but they do deserve to like have their ownership actually try to make their team good and not just use their fans as a cash cow and not just manipulate them throughout an entire offseason. And they also deserve ownership that isn't going to go on local radio and threaten to fire like local radio hosts just because they want to criticize the team, which they're completely in their right to do. Right, especially after a 47-9 loss. If my team lost that badly and I was a local radio host, I'd probably shit on my team.
They very well could have gotten to 60. They let up.
Dude, yeah, I don't know.
I feel no sympathy, and I enjoy every single second of it.
Mhm.
I kind of. You guys ever watch Toy Story 2?
Yeah,
Like the
it
scene.
was okay.
Like the scene where like I don't know. There was like this one scene where Woody got like really sad or something because like all the
Yeah.
Jesse toys were coming out. That's how I feel like Cowboys fans are, man. Watching their team. It's so bad, bro. It's just sad. But now we got all that out of the way. Ha! Ha 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 ha! Fuck the Cowboys. This is what they get for that game last year. This is what they get for 2014. This is what they get for the referees always giving them the benefit of the doubt every single home game. And they still try to get the Cowboys to win this game, boys. Even when we were up 34-9, the refs would still give this team calls. For what? They weren't going to come back. They were never coming back in this game. The Penei Sewell touchdown that got taken away, why? I don't care if it's the right call. The game's done. Let us have fun, bro. The refs never let this Lions team have fun. They always want to screw us over. They always want to give Dallas as much benefit as possible. And they failed so fucking hard to do so. Oh my God. Amon-Ra St. Brown, literally the best looking player in the NFL. Just on the field aside, bro, he is the most good looking person in the entire league. He's got the most aura.
I can
What's up?
think of one with more.
Yeah, no, Joe Burrow's not it. Compared to Amon-Ra,
No. I'm sorry. This
Lawrence?
is where I stop you. This is where I stop you.
no,
Dexter
Amon-Ra
You're
Lawrence
is
fired,
the
hot
best looking
shot.
guy. He's the best looking guy with the best aura. Have you seen this guy every single game? Jaws at the corner, whatever corner's guarding him, just jaws at him because he knows he's that guy. He goes into every game like, yeah, I'm him. I just got paid. Fuck you. I'm on the best team in football. What are you gonna do about it? He's got like that Richard Sherman light attitude, and I just love it, bro. I love it so much. It's great, man. Jared Goff. You know those Jared Goff chants that Lions fans have been doing over the last like few months? Jared Goff, Jared Goff, Jared Goff, Jared Goff.
Okay.
Better than
Side point here.
better than
Almond
Geno
Rock can
Smith.
never have a tweet like this.
Hey
That's
man,
an
he's got
elite. That's an
Joe Burrow's
elite
got
mean
aura.
mug.
Joe Burrow's got aura, but Amon-Ra's got way more, man. I'm sorry.
Nah, no, man. Joe Burrow, for the first time in his whole career, he pulled out a mean mug that I think would fit in the NBA with how good it was. Look at this. Look at this. This is incredible. This is incredible. This wasn't the original tweet I was looking for either, but it's basically it was like me to my wife when I finished taking out the trash and clean the dishes, and it's like it's in slow-mo. Oh gosh. I love
Bo,
Joe
I have a
Burrow.
proposition. What if Joe Burrow and Amon-Ra St. Brown were ever on the same team?
I agree. You should trade Amon-Ra to the Bengals. I
No,
agree.
I
It's a
think you
good
should
idea.
trade Joe Burrow to the Lions, man.
I thought you were happy with Jared Goff.
I am happy with Jared. Dude, have you seen Jared Goff play, though? I don't care that everyone's complaining that he's got like all these windows to throw to. Bro, I don't give a shit. He's finding these windows because he plays for the best offensive coordinator in football, the best head coach in football. And can we forget the best GM in football, bro? Brad Holmes. I don't care that Brad Holmes had nothing to do with this game. He's just that guy, man. This roster and this culture starts with him and Chris Spielman and Sheila in ownership, bro. This is what I mean when ownership matters, guys. Sheila, ever since she took over, back in 2021, actually, end of 2020 when she took over, culture's improved so much, man. Like this team is night and day from where they used to be a few years ago. And it's like it's kind of weird to say that it's a bit of a privilege to be a Lions fan these last couple of years. It's crazy to say that about the Detroit Lions. I would have never expected that. But here we are. I get to brag about cheering for the greatest franchise. I get to brag about, having the best team in the conference, best team in the division, best GM, best coach, best OC, pretty damn good DC in his own right. And getting to lay down a 47-9 smackdown on Jerry Jones' birthday. Did you guys see Jerry Jones' face when they showed him like with the scoreboard? Oh my God, it was so fucking it was so glorious. And it couldn't happen to a more deserving guy. I pity Cowboys fans. I do not pity Jerry Jones. I don't pity Mike McCarthy. I think he's a fucking hack. I think the Cowboys need to fire him, but I don't want them to. I think he should stay there forever. I think he and Mike Zimmer should get extensions. Dak, Good guy off the field, but oh my god, bro, on the field, $60 million a year for that shit. They gave him $250 million a year to play like that, bro. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy, dog. I don't even feel bad for CD, bro. I don't care if he's not getting enough targets. He's just like any other diva receiver out there. He's got to be on a team that suffers a loss like that. Oh my fucking god, bro. Oh, and our running game just absolutely dick them. Our receivers dick them. Tim Patrick, way better than DK Metcalf. Yeah. O-line, best in the league. Corners showed up. Everybody showed up. Great game. Besides the Hutch injury made it pretty numb, honestly. But besides that, great fucking game, man. It's so fun to watch. And it could not happen to a more deserving team.
I just saw a fun stat. There are only 2 teams in all of Division 1 college football and oh gosh, and the NFL who have not scored 20 points in a game in 2024. Can you say which 2 they are?
The Dallas
Browns is one. Cleveland Browns is one of them.
Cleveland Browns, my bad.
The other one is a college team.
Why are we?
I saw.
What kind of segue is this from the Lions Cowboys game?
I just saw.
Why are we talking about the Browns?
It's just such a funny stat.
Oh my
gosh, I saw it earlier too, but I can't remember which one it is. Okay, shoot me with it.
It is UCLA.
UCLA. That's right.
You know what? Just for that.
You know what the segue was? The Troy Aikman was a UCLA Bruin and a Dallas Cowboy, and he was probably puking watching this game. Go ahead, Daniel.
You know, if Dallas and Seattle play each other next year, I will coin that the Turd Bowl. That is the Turd Bowl. Cowboys Seahawks, 2 just terribly color scheme, terribly run, and just 2 terrible ass franchises going at it.
I don't want to know which of my Daniel bits is my favorite, if it's the Seattle hate or the Miami Hurricanes love. I kind of love both of them. They're both pretty funny and both very random. The Lions love is, of course, a crate, but it's not random. The Seahawks hate and the Hurricanes love.
How is the Seahawks hate random? I have seen my team get screwed over by KJ Wright and the refs in 2015. I have seen the Seahawks somehow play against us every year and just dick us every year until this year.
It wasn't screwed over. The outcome would have been the same no matter what.
No, it would not. Bro, Calvin Johnson had a touchdown there, man. We just got unlucky, and the refs just hate our team, bro.
I'm pretty sure it was actually Michael Wilhoit, not KJ Wright. I'm not sure who that was. Wait, no. Michael Wilhoit did the smart thing of just let it roll out. It was KJ Wright who did the bad. But, like, who cares?
All I'll say, Daniel, here's my last thought on the St. Brown versus Burrow argument. Amon-Ra St. Brown's longest reception of the year is 20 yards. Joe Burrow hit 47 on his touchdown run alone.
Wow.
So
I don't care.
Not only is that more than 20, that is more than twice as much as 20.
Who's 4-1? Who's 2-4? Exactly. Exactly.
We were having an aura argument.
But that's the point. Amon-Ra has more aura because his team is a Super Bowl contender. Joe Burrow is the one good player on a trash team.
That is true. That I'll give you that one. But I'll say Amon-Ra St. Brown, 31 receptions. It's tied for 13th in the league. Not bad. 289 yards. Tied for 35th in the league.
Dude, that's because he plays with he plays with the best weapons in football. We have the best group of weapons in football. How is
hold on. Can you explain this? Wait, can you explain this last number right here? This 150 plus on average? Rough. That's rough.
Who cares? We have the most. He's in that situation because we got the most weapons, man. Who is Goff has to pick every game between throwing to Jameson, throwing to Amon-Ra, throwing to Laporta, Brock Wright, the running backs, Penei Sewell, Taylor Decker.
He threw Brock Wright in there like we wouldn't notice.
He's got Tim Patrick, bro. He's got so many guys to throw.
What's the fullback's name?
Scheme. Dude, even if Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson were on the Lions, they probably wouldn't get targeted that much every game because we just have too many weapons, too many guys that get open, too much creative play calling. Our team is too good. Our offense is too good.
What you're saying is whatever team hires Ben Johnson to be the head coach next year might be cooked.
What do you mean cooked?
Because he's not going to have as many weapons, so his offense isn't going to be as fluid.
There you go, man. That's why he should just stay here and be the Lions OC forever.
I see no shot. You know what? I think he'll be the Jags head coach.
I could see that one. That would actually be a pretty good fit.
You know what? I don't think so. I think he's too good for that team.
Quarterback though. I think you want to have the quarterback. I think that's the biggest thing. So what openings are gonna have quarterbacks? You're gonna have Jacksonville.
Anyway, the second time that's it for the
Jets
Lions.
if they don't stick with Olbrich and if Rogers sticks around.
That would be such a bad idea to stick with Oldbridge. Well, Bill Belichick's not going to the Jets. I don't think any team's gonna hire Belichick. I think his career's over.
Trying to think. I mean, Jacksonville is the only team that we know for sure is probably going to fire their coach. Oh, and obviously the Jets. Not the Saints. Saint Allen probably gets fired, but I doubt they don't have a quarterback yet. Carolina.
What if
Kevin
Andy
Allen's probably
Reid does
won't
a
get
shock
fired.
retirement?
Ooh, that'd be fun. Vegas? No,
He's
they don't
getting
have their
pretty
quarterback
old.
yet.
I wonder how much longer he goes.
Eberflus, if the Bears fall apart.
Yeah.
Cowboys.
Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, how mad would you be if Ben Johnson went to the Cowboys?
Daniel. Well, how mad would you be if Ben Johnson went to the Cowboys?
He's too good for that team. He's too good for every team except the Lions. He's going to say the Lions OC. There's no better team he could go to. Maybe the Niners if they get rid of Shanahan. Besides that, no one else. We're that team. I bet Rob's in the background being like, if Mike McDonald sucks, maybe Ben Johnson will go to Seattle. Fuck no. He will never go.
They're not firing. They're not firing.
Why would Ben Johnson want to coach Geno Smith and DK Metcalf? Why would he want to do that? That's a career ruiner right there.
Mike McDonald's not getting fired after 1 year.
Mike McDonald's not getting fired, to be clear. Anyways, Atlanta, Carolina. We'll go through this one quickly so we can talk Bengals for a second. Atlanta, Carolina. Atlanta offensively did what they needed to do. I mean, this game, I was watching this game. It kind of went similar to how the Bengals-Panthers game went, where, Panthers can't stop anything. We're able to put up some points. We're able to move the football decently well, but it wasn't enough in the end. Xavier Legette had another nice touchdown, but again, not enough. Not enough firepower on that team. So that's all I gotta say about that one. Bijan had a great game though.
He did.
So did Algier. They're all the Falcons' weapons actually have good games for once. So all right. Time to talk about a little Cincinnati Bengals football. No angry Beau rant today, which I know is disappointing because it's become my trademark. The more I think about this game, the less it upsets me, actually, which is probably a good thing. The more I think about it, also though, the less it upsets me, the more confident I am we're going to lose to the Browns on Sunday, though. So, yeah. Anyways, we'll talk about that game when we get to it, but we're just cursed. I'll just say that. But anyways, getting away from curses for a second, let's talk Bengals football. So, went into this game needing a win to even have a shot at saving the season, and they got it. That's all I wanted. It could be ugly. It was ugly. They got it. I also don't think this game was very far away from being a very comfortable Bengals victory, though. And I'll say for a few reasons. A, offensive line, played their worst game of the year by a wide margin. And I think part of that is the quality of the defensive line and the defensive front as a whole in New York. Dexter Lawrence, Brian Burns, Azeez Ojulari had a great game in this one. The whole front seven, Okereke had a great game at linebacker. Like their whole front seven really, really came to play on Sunday Night Football. And I got to give them a lot of credit for that. They were consistently pushing the line. They were not giving up much ground in the running game. And it really made it hard for the Bengals offense to really get in any sort of rhythm, either passing or running the ball. So gotta give the Giants credit for that. Also have to gotta say, I mean, again, when you fumble, your defense gets a big stop in Giants territory to start the second half. And we take that, and 2 plays later, we fumble it back to them. Zach Moss, that's inexcusable. We were on the Giants 20-yard line. We fumbled. We could have gone up 14-0 there, or at least 10-0 there, and really started to roll and start to put the game away, but we weren't able to because of that fumble. So fumbling continues to be an issue for the team, and they almost lost because of a later fumble, which thankfully squirted out of bounds, but I don't want to talk too much about that one. Burrow. Didn't play his best game, I will say. Not necessarily all his fault, obviously. Like I said, the protection wasn't there. There were some drops. Jamar Chase had a really uncharacteristic drop on a great third down pass in the first half that should have been a big conversion. Really uncharacteristic for him, but he came back with a great play later. So not going to bash him too much for it. So Burrow played fine. Chase played fine. Weapons as a whole played fine, except for the running backs. Things struggled a little bit. Higgins actually played a great game. Higgins, I think, had his best game of the season. He was making a lot of great grabs, which is awesome to see. So offense was a little shaky, but in the end, obviously did enough to win. And they actually were able to move the ball decently well in the second half, I think, once they kind of got into more of a rhythm. So just need to see more of that. Second half offense, obviously, we finished with only 17 points and only 10 points in the second half. Doesn't feel great. But for the most part, I saw the flashes that I wanted to see. That the offense isn't dead or anything like that. They just went against a tough defense. Defensively though, fantastic game. And you're playing the Giants, so temper expectations. I don't think the defense is back or anything. But they went in there knowing they needed a win, and they got it. Defensive line played fantastic. They're finally healthy on the front. They have all their defensive tackles back, which thank the Lord, because they were rough there for a while. Rankins came back and played his best game as a Bengal so far. In his first game back, BJ Hill, what a game returning to New York. He played a fantastic game, as did Trey Hendrickson, which we're used to, as did Sam Hubbard, which we're not used to at this point, but he played great. The whole starting defensive front looked good. McKinley Jackson made some plays. Chris Jenkins made some plays. Jermaine Pratt obviously had the big pick in the first half that took points off the board for New York. The DBs played okay. I'm still a little concerned with the angles the safeties are taking, especially when they're coming up in their run fits. Geno Stone, Von Bell has been a consistent area where those guys have struggled, although Geno Stone, I think, was a bit better with it this week. Von Bell still looks just old out there, man. He's struggling. Jordan Battle had a good game, though, filling in for Von Bell on some series, so that was good to see. Overall, I'm really happy with the steps the defense took this week. The defensive line finally looks like a starting caliber unit, which it didn't for large swaths of the season. Bengals still need to put together a complete game. They haven't done that yet. I'd say their most complete game of the season was probably in Kansas City, where the offense and defense were playing complementary football, and they're both playing relatively well. Didn't see that in New York. Haven't seen that. Obviously, the 3 weeks prior to this, it was the offense really carrying, and the defense just couldn't show up at all. And then in the first game, the offense didn't show up at all. So really want to see a little bit more like they showed in Kansas City, a game again they should have won. But also, too, tempering expectation. Nah, I guess tempering expectations is a bad word for it. Managing expectations. They're 2-4. They're probably going to lose in Cleveland because they're cursed. So they're probably going to be 2-5 here pretty soon. But man, if they get to 2-5, they're probably done. If they can't beat Cleveland, they're done. But also, man, I hate that I have hope with this team, because every now and again I will see they have the makings of a really, really, really fucking good football team. And they just need to put it together. They just need to put it together. They need some consistency. So that's my thoughts on that. Oh, and Joey Wheels. Greatest football play I've ever seen in my entire life. That's my thoughts on that.
Giants D line's so good.
Their defense tough, as you know, because you had to play them the week before.
They got just a stacked D line. Sexy Dexy, Brian Burns, Aziz Ojulari.
All right. Lastly, Monday Night Football. Before we get into picks, we're actually taking a little bit longer than I thought we would, so we'll go through this quickly. Monday Night Football, really fun game, but also really weird game.
Just endure the suffering.
Yeah, just endure the suffering. Buffalo obviously comes out with the win in this one, but Jets had Jets had so many opportunities to win this game, and they just couldn't put it away. They had the final drive where they could have potentially won it. Instead, they threw the interception on the weird play where Aaron Rodgers is saying Mike Williams ran the wrong route or ran it wrong. I don't remember exactly what he said, but just a weird final game. They did three missed field goals, a mixed extra point, um, a million penalty flags on each team, especially on Buffalo. So just a weird game that just kind of felt strange from opening kickoff on and kind of lived up to that. So, also final thoughts on this one real fast. It's weird that the Jets are wearing throwback uniforms that I remember them wearing like 6 years ago. If it's been less than a decade, I don't think it's a throwback. That's just my thoughts on that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have any other thoughts on this one, guys.
It was very funny doinks from Tyler Bass. He had a bad day.
Yeah, that's right. And the Jets trade for Devontae Adams after this. And the Bills trade for Amari Cooper after this. They both went out and made receiver trades on Tuesday after this game. So that's fun. All right, boys. Let's get into the picks. Actually, let's talk. Actually, we don't want to talk about this one for very long. Thursday Night Football was a shit show. Saints got absolutely destroyed by Broncos. Bo Nix didn't throw for 172 yards, but he did rush for over 75, so good for him on that. Yeah, Broncos really did whatever they wanted to do on both sides of the ball. Didn't score a lot of touchdowns early, but made up for it late. So I don't know. I don't have a lot of thoughts on that one. Other than the Saints are cooked and the Broncos are fine.
Yeah, that one sucked.
Shall we get into the picks?
Let's do the picks.
All right. So I believe I started with Thursday night. So
Yes.
Patriots, Jags in London. Jaguars, 6-point, despite both these one-win teams. Jaguars are 6-point favorites at quote-unquote home, taking on the Patriots of New England. Daniel, you will start with your pick for this match.
All right, lads, how are we doing? I've got to take the Patriots to win the -6. What? That's the spread? Why?
Spread.
Dude, come on. That team doesn't even want to win games, bro. And they're going to be favored -6. Oh my God, bro. That is the worst spread I've ever seen. If Jacksonville beats that spread, I will eat my words. Don't get me wrong. But my God, on paper right now, I can't even do the British accent, man. That's the worst spread I've ever seen.
Jags are already in London.
So that's the worst spread I've seen in my goddamn life, bro. I'm not even kidding. -6? Has Vegas seen them play? Have you seen that team play? Dude, New England probably wins outright. Let's be real. Holy crap. Sorry. I'm just.
No, I love it. I love the energy. Rob, take it away.
I'm going to go Jags, actually.
What?
Just because they've been in London longer.
What?
I actually respect that reasoning, and I can get behind it. At the same time, this Jaguars team is bad, man, and I think the Patriots have a little bit of offensive swagger going right now with Drake May. Something that the Jags can't stop because their defense is dog shit. I think the Jags probably win, but I think -6 is a ridiculous line. So give me the Pats to cover.
They're bad, and they don't even try anymore. They just go out and they pretend to play football.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah, no, the Jags are horrible. I think the Patriots can at least cover 6. 6 is too much for me. What am I looking for here? Falcons, Seahawks. Oh, look, Rob's leading this one off. Perfect. Seahawks going to Atlanta, where the Falcons are 3-point favorites in not the George Dome anymore, the Mercedes-Benz Dome. Go ahead, Rob.
I'm gonna go with the Falcons. Seahawks just banged up.
Yeah, I think these are two teams kind of going in the opposite direction right now. Give me the Falcons. They're playing pretty good ball, especially on offense at the moment.
Yeah, give me Atlanta.
There we go. Tennessee, Buffalo. Buffalo favored by 9. Okay.
Wow.
Favored by 9 at home, taking on Titans team. That's coming off, well, a lot of losses. Bills coming off a rough Monday Night Football showing, but they were able to win. Um, hmm, this one's 9's a lot, and the Bills have not been playing great football as of late. Yeah, screw it. 9's too much. Give me the Titans.
You know
I
what's
know.
kind of funny? This is an even bigger spread, and yet it's reasonable because the Titans are bad.
Yeah.
They're a really bad team. They have a good defense, but my God, Will Levis, what is that man doing? Josh Allen, though, he's had some good moments this year. Oh my God, bro. Why do we pick spreads? Why can't I just pick Buffalo to win, bro?
So it would be too easy.
It'd be too easy then.
Shit, man, give me the Bills.
Robe.
I'm gonna go Buffalo.
All right. Lone wolf in it with the Titans. Don't let me down, Will Levis. You probably will. Bengals, Browns. Bengals coming off a Sunday Night Football win in New York, while the Browns coming off a loss to Philly. This is back in Cleveland, where the Bengals have not won since 2017. Um, Bengals, however, are 5.5 point favorites on the road. Daniel.
Well, I know you usually say that they typically lose in Cleveland. You know, Nick Chubb's coming back.
Yes.
This is going to be his debut. But to be honest, I don't
But
know.
I will say on that note, and the reason I'm not going to bring that up too much in my own argument is because Stefanski's already said they're limiting his workload.
Oh, I see. Dude, you know what? I gotta pick the Bengals, man. I know they usually don't win there, but that Browns team is so bad. They're such a dumpster fire. Yeah, man. I don't know.
There we go. I respect it. I hope you're right. Roby,
I'm gonna go Brownies.
That's fair.
there you go.
They're just cursed.
They are cursed. You see, I know I have to bet the curse. I know. Hey, the Broncos beat their curse against the Raiders a few weeks ago, and I hope the Bengals can do the same here. I think if I'm using my brain, I think they probably can. I think the Browns are a really, really bad football team. And the Bengals are a little bit better, and they showed a little bit of life on defense last week. With all that being said, I can't bet against the curse, and also I'm trying to reverse jinx them because the reverse jinx keeps working. So why not just keep doing it? So give me the Browns. Uh, Packers, Houston. Packers favored by 2.5 in their new icy white home white jerseys and white helmets. Taking on a Texans team. That is coming off a win against the Patriots last week. Both these teams coming off blowout wins, I should say. Packers favored by 2.5, and Rob, you're leading us off.
I'm gonna go Houston. I don't know. I love CJ, man.
I'm gonna go in the other direction. I'm gonna go with the Packers here. 2.5's not too much. Like that's it's not quite a pick 'em, but essentially a pick 'em with
Getting
how
damn
close that
close.
is. And I think going up to Green Bay is tough. And I think CJ, while not playing bad by any means, this isn't me trying to say he's playing bad. I just think this Texans team has struggled a little bit when they've had to play like legit teams. So give me the
Yeah,
Packers.
so we got a closet Packers fan tonight. Okay, I see.
I picked him. What? Am I also a closet Browns fan?
No, that's different.
That's different. Okay.
Packers.
Okay.
No, I'm taking Houston though. I would. I'm never picking Green Bay.
Dang, I'm lone wolfing it a lot this week. I'm either gonna fall apart or I'm gonna get right back in it. All right. I like it. I like it. Miami Indy. Here we go. Tale of well, Miami think still starting Tyler Huntley, coming off a bye. They're going on the road to an indie team that's starting Anthony Richardson. So Tyler Huntley, Anthony Richardson. Point being, this should be the punishment game, honestly. It's at the same time as Detroit, though. What's a good punishment game for you to watch, Daniel? That's not at the same
Carolina.
time.
Oh no,
Or
Rams Vegas. Rams
it
Vegas.
really, yeah, it's Rams Vegas.
Another Raiders game, bro.
It's always the Raiders, man. They're always the punishment game.
Yeah, at least I get to watch Stafford.
That's
They're
true.
so bad. Oh damn it. We play ourselves there.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because the Rams are also bad. But anyways, Dolphins Colts would have been a great punishment game, but say la vie. Who's leading this one up? I'm leading this one off. I don't know what I'm saying. Colts favored by 3, playing Miami. Tyler Huntley starting. Give me the Colts. That's too easy.
You know what? Give me the Dolphins. Fuck it.
Dang. Alrighty.
I'm gonna go with Dolphins with the points. I just think they're the better team.
Dang. Holy crap, dude. Have we not seen the Dolphins offense the past few weeks?
Oh no, I am. I know they're bad, but I also don't trust Anthony Richardson, and I think the Colts are an absolute fool's gold 3-3 club that could easily be 0-6.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. All right, I'm low. I thought I was good. I thought that one was going to be unanimous, and I lone wolfed it. That's crazy. Here we go.
This game's really hard to predict. Oh my god.
This is a tough one here. So my Minnesota and Daniel gets to lead us off. Minnesota, Detroit, Minnesota home, undefeated, favored by 1.5 over Detroit on the road, 5-1, only lost to a good Tampa team. 1.5 point spread is essentially a pick 'em. Not quite a pick 'em because it's not pick 'em, but it's essentially a pick 'em. And Daniel gets to lead us off. My Minnesota coming off their bye, by the way.
You know, on one hand, what was I gonna say?
Or
On
Detroit's
one hand,
4-1.
really-
Sorry, I said Detroit is 5-1. They're 4-1. Never mind.
On one hand, it's really, really hard to go 6-0. On the other hand, I could definitely see a letdown game from the Lions. Just because it's really hard to win a blowout like that, no matter how bad the other team is. It takes a lot out of you, and especially the Hutch injury. There could be some emotions still there. That's why it's kind of a tough one to predict, because honestly, I think both these teams have certain things working against them. But I guess that's what makes it a fun game for neutrals is that, they're both top teams right now, and they're both kind of working at some. I guess the Vikings have the bye, but again, it's really, really hard to go 6-0. Guys, I'm taking the Vikings. I think Vikings win this game, and I think we beat them at home later in the year.
All righty. Rob.
I'm so interested to see this matchup. I've been touting the Brian Flores train for about as long as anyone, I feel, at this point, even since last year. I just think he's doing some really fun things, and I think they match up pretty well against Detroit. So I'm going to take the Vikings here.
Dude, literally the most creative OC versus the most creative DC.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Fun matchup there.
I've gotten freaking cooked picking against the Vikings for so long to the point where it almost scares me. And I've also lone wolfed so many picks that it scares me too. Like I could really dig myself a fucking hole.
No metagaming.
A bad week. I know. I don't want to metagame, but it is something you have to think about. When I'm on the fence with a pick, metagaming, you do have to kind of think about it a little bit.
I never think about it.
At the same time, I just think Detroit's the better football team, and it's tough. The Hutch injury scares me. If it weren't for the Hutch injury, if it weren't for the Carlton Davis injuries, I would have no hesitation picking.
I think CD3 is going to be playing.
Is he playing? Okay.
Pretty sure he's going to.
Is Hutch going to be a Lion?
What's up?
Is Hutch going to be a Lion? Or Crosby?
Crosby going to be a Lion? I don't know.
So many Lions fans are hoping for it. I don't think it's going to happen.
You don't think it's going to happen?
I don't think Vegas is going to be willing to trade him. I don't think Brad Holmes is going to be willing to give up enough to get him.
What would you be willing to give up for him?
I give up 2 firsts, honestly. I think our team's there. I don't think we need those picks anymore. I think
Yeah, I think that's fair.
we could get Crosby and Hutch comes back healthy either for the Super Bowl or next season, and we have the best defensive end tandem in football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think now where we're at is worth it, but I don't know if Brad's going to do that.
You know, it's funny. It's funny the reputation Detroit has, considering the greatest white rapper of all time and the two best white defensive ends in the league could both be playing for them. Or greatest white rapper coming from Detroit. The best rapper ever from Detroit's a white guy. Um, and now they're gonna, if they get Crosby, two great white defense ends. Anyways. I picked Detroit. You guys were talking. I ended up picking Detroit. Reason being, I don't think Sam Darnold's played good in about a week. Or he obviously had the bye last week. He looked rough against the Jets, and he looked rough in the second half against Green Bay. I think the Lions are just rolling. They're playing with too much confidence right now. Obviously, we talked, hey, Minnesota knows how to scheme against Detroit, but at this point, Detroit knows how to scheme against Minnesota too. This is going to be a really fun one, but I'm getting Detroit with points in a game that I essentially would probably call pick 'em. And if I was going to pick them, I'd pick Detroit anyways. Give me the Lions.
And I look forward to you being correct, my guy.
Yeah, I hope you get a lone wolf pick here, Ron. And I hope, and you know what? And I hope you get your own lone pick. What right with Cincinnati game, good sir. We'll trade on that one. How about that? Pinky promise we'll trade that one. There it is. Philly, New York. Philadelphia favored by 3 against the Giants. Of note in this one, Dexter Lawrence, or like a couple of Giants injuries you want to know because I saw this afterwards. Malik Neighbors will be playing this game. He's back. Um, Dexter Lawrence popped up as a DNP on the Giants injury report, and Andrew Thomas got put on IR. So a couple big potential losses for the Giants. Eagles, obviously Giants coming off the loss to the Bengals, Eagles coming off the win over the Brownies. Daniel, or no, sorry, Daniel let off last one. Rob, you're leading this one off.
Oh man, I'm gonna go Philly here. I think
Yeah.
it's gonna be real damn close because that D
Yeah.
line, that's gonna be a fun O line D line matchup.
It will be. It will be. If there's one thing that Phillies continue to do well, it's their O-line still playing really good football. This one's gonna be very, very low scoring. I will say that. I don't think either of these offenses are particularly good, but I think both these defenses are fine. I actually think Giants defense is probably the best unit in this matchup, but I think Philly's more consistent across the board. I just can't trust Daniel Jones right now. So give me Philly as well.
Wow, I think the Giants are winning this game outright.
Really? There we
Yeah,
go.
dude.
I kind
I
of
think,
respect that.
yeah. I don't know. They're both mid teams, but I think the Giants do it at home.
That's fair.
Mm,
I like
that's
it. I
fair.
like it. I like it. We're getting we're not having a lot of like across the board picks this week. I think our only unanimous pick right now is Atlanta. Oh, and New Orleans, which we all got wrong. Yeah, Atlanta is our only unanimous pick at the moment. Sorry, Rob.
Hey, I picked them. I get it.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Vegas, LA. The battle. How many Raiders fans versus Rams fans are in attendance, do you think?
Oof, that's a great question.
Will you be able to see any color in the stadium, or will it just all be silver and black? You might see you'll see specks of blue and gold every now and again, but it's mostly gonna be black and silver. You'll have to see it though, Daniel, because this is the game you're watching. But anyways, Rams favored by 7. This Raiders team is bad, man. 7's a lot, but man, I think the Rams find a way to cover this because this Raiders team is so garbage. You're next up, Daniel.
Oh God. Are the Rams still a one-win team?
They are, yes.
Wow. Um,
To be fair, they've had a bye though.
I guess -7 though. You know what? Yeah, I gotta take the Rams. I just think at least they got better coaching and they have a better
Oh,
quarterback.
much better. Much better. Yep. And Robert.
7's too much for me. For I think this is going to be a very low scoring game. So I'm going to take the Raiders to cover.
There you go. Panthers commies. Well,
Oof.
Andy Dalton versus Jaden Daniels action here. Commanders favored by 8 at home. Daniel.
And I think that spread's warranted. Give me the commies. They probably win by
like
like 20, to be honest.
I like it. Wait. Detroit. Oh no, yeah, you're right. Okay. Rob.
I'm going to go commies as well here.
We finally have another unanimous round. Yeah, I think the commies win by like 20. Um Ooh, Rob gets to lead us off with America's game of the week that Tom
Chiefs,
Brady will be
baby.
in the
Give me the
box
Chiefs.
for.
Give me the
Chiefs,
Chiefs. Yep.
Niners. You taking the
Nope,
Chiefs?
Nope, no question. Chiefs.
The Niners do suck against the Chiefs. Yeah, give me the Chiefs. It's hard. I think the Chiefs are. I actually still think the Niners are the better team, but they're a little bit more dinged up at the moment too, and the refs will give the Chiefs something at the end. So, Daniel.
Wow. I think I'm lone wolf in it. I think Chiefs get their first loss of the year and the Niners win.
You're right. I hope you're right. Um, I almost picked the Niners. I think in a pick 'em pool that I'm in, I picked the Niners, but we'll see. We'll see. Um, Jets Steelers on Sunday Night Football.
I'm Derek Jeter, which means I'm lucky to get great seats. Except I'm not.
That was playing live on the Jared Cheater ad.
Oh, yeah.
No, I heard that. Anyways, Jets favored by 2 now with Devontae Adams going into Pittsburgh, taking on the Russell Wilson led Steelers. Steelers. Wait, is this? Yeah, this is 2 games in 3 weeks that the Steelers are hosting Sunday Night Football.
Ridiculous.
That's crazy. That's so weird. Anyways, I don't know why that's weird to me. You'd figure they'd want to mix up a little bit, but and then they're hosting Monday Night Football next week. What the fuck? Why do we have so many primetime Steelers games? Anyways, at home primetime Steelers games too. Anyways, sorry to get sidetracked there. This one's tough for me. Jets -2. They do have Devontae now. He says he's playing. Pittsburgh's defense gonna give that Jets O line some fits. That one's gonna be tough. Fuck it. Give me the first game back for Russ. Give me the Jets. I don't think they win his first game back.
Give me Pittsburgh.
I'm going to go Pittsburgh here. That's weird that they're favored, man.
Well, they're getting Devontae now.
That really doesn't move the needle too much for me.
Ravens Bucks. Ravens favored by 3.5 points on the road in Tampa Bay. Dang. Both these teams come off big wins last week.
Lamar Jackson has an incredible record against the NFC, and I think that continues. Give me Baltimore spread.
Yep, he does. Rob?
I'm going to go Tampa here.
I'm with Daniel on this one. I hope you're right though, Rob. That's another one I hope you're right on. But yeah, Lamar against the NFC.
I hope I'm right
on
the Browns one too, right? Shit, I forgot about the Lamar versus NFC. Damn it. Whatever.
Let's see. Arizona, LA to close the night. Oh, this is on ESPN Plus, by the way. It's a good thing they put this one on ESPN Plus because if they put a game people actually watch on ESPN Plus, there'd be riots. Anyways, Chargers, Cardinals. Chargers favored by 2.5 in the deserts. Rob?
I'm going to go Cards here.
See, every time I start to believe that the Arizona Cardinals might be competitive, they shit the bed for a few weeks. And then I stop believing in them, and then they come back. Now, Is that what's going to happen here? Because I'm going to pick the Chargers? Probably. But I'm sorry. They were so bad against the Packers. And the Chargers, meanwhile, played a good football game against a decent Broncos team on the road. So I think if they're able to do that on the road in Denver, they can do it on the road in Arizona. Give me the Chargers.
Something tells me with the Cardinals, they're gonna come around in the second half of the season, but I think Chargers beat the spread.
There we go. I think it's a fair amount of let's see. So I think we only had
This is
the
a pretty
one.
mixed one.
Yeah, we only had 2 unanimous games all week, so it's gonna mix up the standings a lot actually.
yeah.
So we got Rob Lone Wolf in Jacksonville. I got me Lone Wolfing Tennessee, Daniel Lone Wolfing Cincy, me Lone Wolfing Green Bay, and Indy, and Detroit. Holy crap, I got 5 Lone Wolves. Wait, no, 4 Lone Wolves in the early slate alone. Then Daniel Lone Wolf's New York Giants, Rob Vegas, Daniel San Francisco, me the Jets. Rob the Bucks and the Cardinals. Jeez, man. That early slate could either save me or kill me. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun weekend. Sunday's gonna be packed. Sunday's gonna be packed. Interesting to see where it lands. But
only 3
there it
more weekends where I won't be able to watch intently.
there you go. Well, that means you're gonna be eligible for the punishment next weekend, maybe.
No,
We'll see.
no.
Oh, not next weekend.
Week
After
10.
week 9?
Yep.
This one. Week 10. All right. All right. Oh, look at that.
Germany-
Seattle's got by
I
that
can
week
be
too. It's
punished.
like,
I could be punished to watch a Germany game.
oh, and look at that. Seattle's got a bye, and that will be a punishment game, to be quite clear. Look at that game. That's rough. Um, yeah, that's bad.
Oh, I'd have to
Um,
wake up early on a bye weekend. Ugh.
that's rough. Anyways, that is it for this edition of the West Coast Draft Podcast. Man, this is a fun one. Got a lot of picks in, boys. We did good. I think it's gonna be a really fun weekend. The standings are gonna be shifted a lot with how many non-unanimous games we have. That's probably the most non-unanimous games we've ever had.
Absolutely.
So that'll be fun. There you go. Closing thoughts, Mr. Daniel.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun weekend, boys. I'm excited.
Closing thoughts, Mr. Rob.
If one of us lone wolf, all of us lone wolf, especially this week. If one of us click like, all of us click like. If I was subscribe, all of us subscribe. Thanks for watching.